There's a strange pattern in people who come close to death. Not metaphorically, literally. People who were declared clinically dead and then came back. They don't just return to life. They return different, less afraid, less attached, more present, as if something unnecessary has fallen away. Psychologists have studied this for years. Near-death experiences, moments where the boundary between me and not me begins to blur. And when people come back, they often say the same thing in different words. Life is not what they thought it was. And more importantly, they are not what they thought they were. Now here's the unsettling part. You don't always have to die to experience something like that. Sometimes, you just have to fall in love. Not attraction, not convenience, not the kind of connection that fits neatly into your existing life, but the kind that disrupts it, the kind that rearranges your inner world. Because if you look closely, real love does something very specific. It shifts the center. For most of your life, you are the reference point. Your needs, your fears, your story. Everything orbits around you. And then, suddenly, someone else becomes real in a way that rivals your own existence. Not theoretically, viscerally. Their pain affects you. Their joy moves you. Their absence changes your state. And for the first time, you are not the only center in your own universe. That shift is not small. It feels like loss. Because in a way, something is lost. The old version of you. The one who could exist without considering another consciousness so deeply. This is why the language of love is so strange. People say they fall. They say they lose themselves. They say they are not the same person anymore. We treat these as poetic exaggerations. But what if they're not? What if they are descriptions of something real? A partial death, not of the body, but of the ego. Because the ego is built on separation. I am me, you are you. Clear boundaries, clear priorities. But love, especially deep love, starts dissolving that clarity. And when that happens, the world feels different, sharper, more meaningful, more fragile, more alive. Just like those who return from the edge of death, they don't necessarily gain something new. They lose something heavy. Fear, control, the illusion that they are the center of everything. And love does something similar. It doesn't add another possession to your life. It removes your position as the sole owner of it. That's why real love is not always comfortable. It demands. It exposes. It makes you vulnerable in ways you cannot fully control. Because you are no longer operating as a closed system. You are open. And openness feels like risk, but it also feels like expansion. Now here's where most people get it wrong. They think love is about finding the right person. But the deeper shift is not about who you find, It's about what happens to you. Because not everyone who falls in love changes. Some people try to fit love into their existing structure. They keep control. They protect the ego. They negotiate. They measure. And in doing so, they avoid the very transformation that makes love powerful. So maybe the real difference is not between people who find love and those who don't. Maybe it's between those who let love change them and those who don't. Because if you follow this idea to its edge, something unexpected appears. The highest form of love is not attachment. It is not possession. It is not even dependency. It is great transformation, a movement from being a self to becoming something larger than the self. And at that point, you are no longer just someone who loves. You become love itself, not as a metaphor, but as a way of being. Less defensive, less isolated, less centered on me, more aware of connection, more open to others, more alive to the world. And maybe that's why both experiences, coming close to death and falling deeply in love, leave people with the same quiet realization. What you thought was you was only a part of you. And the moment it loosens its grip, life doesn't shrink, it expands. So maybe we've misunderstood the phrase all along. Maybe people don't fall in love. Maybe, if they let it happen, they rise.